What if I told you there's a glowing orb in the middle of Las Vegas? That cost $2.3 billion, and just might be the craziest thing ever built? This isn't a sci-fi movie. It's real, it's massive, and it's changing the way we think about entertainment forever. Welcome to the Sphere, a building so advanced it had to invent its own cameras. So immersive it can make you feel wind, scent, and even sound in multiple languages. And so bright it's literally visible from space. Yes, space. But wait, you thought it was just a concert venue? Try this. 1.2 million LEDs on the outside. The world's largest video screen wrapping around an entire building. A crane from Belgium just to build the thing. 160,000 speakers delivering spatial audio so perfect it sounds like headphones, without the headphones. And inside, a 360-degree screen the size of 2 football fields, playing 18K footage filmed on a custom-built camera called Big Sky. Not just concerts. We're talking full-blown sensory experiences with haptic seats, 4D effects, and visuals that make you question reality itself. But that's not even the craziest part. The creators want to build more spheres around the world. Starting with London, where residents are already calling it too dangerous, too bright, and too insane. Vegas pulled it off. London's pushing back. So now the big question is this the future of global entertainment, or just a billion-dollar gamble only Las Vegas could get away with? Stick around, because this isn't just a building. It's a revolution in light, sound, and storytelling. And we're about to dive deep into the most insane structure ever created. Hit that like button if your jaw just dropped, and let's go inside the Sphere. Las Vegas isn't exactly known for being subtle. This is a city that builds replicas of Venice, pyramids, castles, and Eiffel Towers, just for fun. So when the developers behind Madison Square Garden Entertainment proposed creating the world's first full-scale, immersive, ultra-high-tech performance sphere, Vegas said, sure, go for it. And just like that, a new icon began rising from the desert. The cost? A mind-melting $2.3 billion, officially making it the most expensive entertainment venue ever built in the city. That's more than the Bellagio, MGM Grand, or Allegiant Stadium. But the Sphere wasn't just built to be expensive. It was built to be unforgettable. Standing over 112 meters tall and stretching 157 meters wide, the Sphere is now the largest spherical structure on the entire planet, snatching the record away from Sweden's Avicii Arena. But here's the kicker. Building a perfect sphere at that size isn't something engineers had ever done before. This wasn't just about stacking steel and glass. It took entirely new design formulas, never before used building materials, and insanely complex calculations to make it work. And some of the materials? So massive, they had to ship one of the world's biggest cranes from Belgium just to lift them into place. That crane had to be assembled on site using another crane. Yep, it was that big. One of the most critical components was the steel compression ring that forms the uppermost part of the structure. That single ring weighs as much as 2 Boeing 757s, and it had to be placed with perfect precision. The result? A structure so technically ambitious, engineers are calling it a once-in-a-generation project. But let's talk about what really sets the Sphere apart: the lights. On July 4th, the Sphere lit up for the very first time, and the world lost its mind. Its exterior is wrapped in over 1.2 million individual LEDs, forming the largest LED display ever made. The display can transform the entire building into anything: an eyeball, a planet, a jack-o'-lantern, or even the surface of the moon. If you're flying into Vegas at night, it's the first thing you'll see from your plane window. And if you're driving past it, let's just say, you better keep your eyes on the road. This outer screen spans nearly 56,000 square meters, making it 60,000 times bigger than a typical 55-inch home TV. It's not just a screen. It's a digital skin, capable of turning the Sphere into a living, moving, glowing work of art. Or more realistically, a billion-dollar digital billboard. Companies are already lining up to get their brands displayed across its surface. Because, let's be real, what ad space in the world could possibly compete with this? But here's the wildest part. The outside isn't even the main attraction. Inside the Sphere is where things go truly next level. It houses a wraparound 15,000 square meter 16K LED screen that curves with the dome, completely surrounding the audience. This isn't just the largest indoor screen in the world, it's the highest resolution ever built for public use. And to create content for that screen, MSG Entertainment had to invent an entirely new kind of camera system called Big Sky. This monster of a camera captures 18K footage at 120 frames per second, allowing for hyper-detailed, immersive visuals unlike anything you've ever seen before. Idea is to make you feel like you're inside the scene, not watching it from a distance. Whether you're exploring alien planets, swimming with whales, or flying through canyons, the screen pulls you into the action with impossible clarity. But even with all this, we're still just scratching the surface. Because the sphere isn't just about what you see. It's also about what you hear and feel. The sound system inside the sphere is unlike anything you've ever heard, or rather, felt. We're talking about 160,000 individual speakers, all working together to create something called spatial audio. What that means is, wherever you're sitting, inside, you get the same crystal clear sound as everyone else. Front row or back row, it doesn't matter. It's like wearing high-end headphones, without actually wearing any. Even crazier, the system can deliver multiple languages simultaneously. So you could be hearing English while the person sitting next to you hears Spanish at the exact same time. No wires, no delays, no mix-ups. Just perfect individualized sound. But the creators didn't stop there. More than 10,000 seats inside the sphere are equipped with haptic feedback. That means your seat doesn't just move. You feel vibrations, tremors, and pulses that sync with what's happening on screen. When a rocket launches, you feel the rumble in your chest. When lightning cracks across the sky, your seat jolts just enough to make it real. And it doesn't end there. They've added 4D sensory effects too, like wind, scent, and changes in temperature. So you don't just watch the story, you live it. You might actually walk out of a show questioning whether it was real or just a simulation. The spheres. President even said, quote, "It's headset sound without the headset and cinema without the screen." It's clear this isn't just an entertainment venue. It's something entirely new. To create content that can fully take advantage of this immersive tech, MSG Entertainment opened a dedicated production studio in 2022. Their goal? Partner with the world's top filmmakers, musicians, and creators to produce experiences that could only happen inside a sphere. Not concerts, not movies, but something in between. Imagine a virtual concert where you're surrounded by giant visuals, synced to the music, with the floor shaking under your feet and the scent of flowers drifting in the air. Or a storytelling experience that takes you deep into a rainforest, with animals leaping across a 360-degree sky and water misting your face as you pass a waterfall. This isn't entertainment. It's total immersion. But of course, with something this bold comes controversy. Let's start with Las Vegas itself. Some drivers have complained that the sphere is too bright. And to be fair, it does light up the entire sky at night. The dazzling animations, eyeballs, fireworks, swirling colors are hard to ignore when you're behind the wheel. City officials are now working with developers to adjust brightness levels and avoid potential safety issues. But the truth is, it's impossible to make something this gigantic go unnoticed. And the bigger backlash? That's happening across the Atlantic. Plans are already in motion to build another sphere in London. But this one? It's running into serious resistance. Local residents in Stratford, East London, are calling it a visual invasion. They say the sphere's intense lights will disrupt neighborhoods, damage the skyline, and create massive light pollution. One resident said bluntly, "This is Vegas stuff." We're not Vegas. Despite the pushback, the London project has received planning approval, but it's still under review, and changes may be required before construction begins. Meanwhile, the original Las Vegas sphere continues to capture global attention, with millions visiting just to see it glow. So what does all of this mean? Are we looking at the future of entertainment? Or is the sphere just a flashy, oversized gimmick? It's hard to say. But one thing is clear, the Las Vegas sphere is unlike anything humanity has built before. It blends architecture, storytelling, and technology into one unified experience. It challenges what we think a concert, a movie, or even a venue can be. And whether you love it or hate it, you can't ignore it. In a world filled with screens, this one may be the first to fully erase the line between reality and imagination. So, what do you think? Is the sphere a visionary leap into the future, or just an expensive experiment that only Las Vegas could get away with? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want to see more next-level builds from around the world, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned. This is just the beginning.